You wouldn't believe it, but I ended up sleeping with my girlfriend's mom, a woman nearly 25 years older than me. My name's Alex and I'm 19, just starting my first year at a public university in a quiet town. I grew up with Sarah, my next-door neighbor, classmate, and closest companion since we were kids. We were never a couple, never even hinted at anything romantic, but she was always steady, gentle, the one who remembered my birthday when everyone else forgot. This story is filled with emotion and complicated feelings, so stay with me till the end. It's not what you think. Sarah's house felt like my second home. It began with study meetups, then just became a routine. Her mom, Evelyn, was always around when I came by, calm, elegant, with a kind of quiet depth in her eyes. She'd been single since Sarah was little, never remarried. I called her Mrs. Evelyn, part respect, part ease. She'd smile, offer me warm tea or something freshly baked, and then leave us to our work. But something changed one day. I came over earlier than usual, expecting Sarah to be home, but she wasn't. Evelyn answered the door, her hair loosely tied back, wearing a light blouse and soft-colored pants. The sunlight hit just right, and suddenly, I didn't just see her as Sarah's mom. I saw her, a woman. I thought Sarah was at her study group, she said, her head tilting slightly. I scratched the back of my neck. Yeah, I just stopped by to grab some notes. Didn't mean to bother you. She smiled and moved aside. Come in, Alex. From that moment on, things started to shift. I started picking up on things I never noticed before. The scent of lavender in her clothes, how she quietly hummed to herself while cooking, how she always remembered my favorite cookie without me ever reminding her. One cloudy afternoon, I came to pick up a book Sarah borrowed. Evelyn was on the couch, curled up with a novel. The house was silent except for the soft patter of rain on the windows. Stay for a bit, she said, handing me tea. No need to rush in this weather. We sat in silence. Not awkward, just easy. And something inside me stirred. I started visiting more, even when I knew Sarah wouldn't be there. Evelyn didn't treat me any differently, but something in her eyes lingered longer. Something unspoken. Then came that Friday. Sarah texted, I'll be at the gym. Mom's home if you need anything. But I didn't go over for Sarah. I wanted to see Evelyn. The door was unlocked. I stepped inside, calling softly. Alex? Her voice came from upstairs. I found her in the hallway, fresh from the shower. Her hair damp, a silk robe loosely tied. The light behind her made the fabric nearly see-through. My voice caught. I just came for Sarah's notes, I managed to say. She didn't seem surprised. They're in her room. But while you're here, could you help with the bathroom faucet? It's acting up. I followed her up, my heart pounding. I tried to fix the faucet, but water splashed out, soaking us both. Her robe clung tightly to her skin. I turned away too late. I'll get you something dry, she said softly. In her room the air felt heavy. She handed me a shirt, her ex's. Our fingers touched. The moment paused. Then she leaned in. The kiss was slow. Sure. Like we both knew it had been waiting to happen. After that, nothing was the same. We were cautious. Quiet. Looks stolen in passing, voices low behind closed doors. We touched only when we were alone. It wasn't just about passion. It was something deeper, something we couldn't define. But secrets have a way of surfacing. One day, Sarah came home earlier than expected. She found a shirt, the one she gave me, folded inside her mother's drawer. Then she saw us standing too close. She didn't yell, didn't cry. She just stared, broken. You two destroyed everything. And then she walked out. Evelyn and I didn't last. How could we? The guilt was too loud. Sarah vanished. No calls. No texts. No confrontations. Just the silence that pressed down harder than any scream. We tried pretending nothing had changed. Still met. Still touched. Still whispered. But I saw Sarah in Evelyn's face, same eyes, same hurt. One night, Evelyn said, staring at the ceiling, "We can't keep doing this." I nodded, though my heart resisted. "Do you regret it?" I asked, though I already knew. Not how you think, she said. But I regret what it cost. Always Sarah. I started seeing her everywhere, in cafes, on campus, in strangers' laughter. But she never looked at me. When our eyes met, she looked away like I was a shadow. Evelyn and I tried for a little longer, but we both knew. The weight was too much. The last time I saw her, she stood in the kitchen, holding a mug like it was the only thing keeping her upright. She'll never forgive me, she whispered. I wanted to say something hopeful, but I couldn't lie. I wasn't sure Sarah would ever forgive either of us. I left, the scent of lavender and shame following me. Months rolled by. I buried myself in school, distractions, brief connections that meant nothing. And then one rainy afternoon I saw her. Sarah. Sitting alone in a corner cafe. Hair shorter. Eyes tired. My heart jumped. Should I walk over? Speak? Beg? She looked up. Right at me. For a second, time stopped. But her face didn't change. No tears. No anger. Just nothing. She looked back at her book. And that hurt more than anything. I turned and walked away. Some stories don't end in love. Some are lessons disguised as heartbreak. And some mistakes, you carry them forever. The end.